Sun in Sagittarius in the first house for Sagittarius rising writers. What does it mean to be a writer with fire in your step and the sun rising with the horizon? What does it mean to write from a place so full of vision, so wide with possibility, that every sentence feels like a step into the unknown? If you are Sagittarius rising with your sun in Sagittarius, then you were born to write from the soul outward, from the self into the world. Because this placement is like fire meeting fire, its identity fueled by purpose, and it turns writing into a quest. Let's talk about the first house. This is the house of the self, of beginnings, of how you show up to the page, to the world, to your reader. When the sun is here, it shines its light on your sense of identity. Your creative energy is not just something you use, it's something you are. And when this sun is in Sagittarius, that energy expands. You write for fun, but not only for fun. You write because there's something you need to explore, some idea you need to chase, some truth you can't help but follow. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, planet of wisdom, abundance, and growth. And with this influence right at the surface of your chart, your writing takes on a naturally expansive quality. You are a seeker, a philosopher, an adventurer on the page. Writing is your journey, your passport to meaning, to knowledge, to joy. You may feel pulled to write about culture, travel, philosophy, religion, ethics, the great mysteries of life. Or maybe your stories are heroic quests, spiritual awakenings, or explorations about finding one's place in the world. Whatever the subject, your voice is driven by a deep need to know and find. But the question is, to know and find what? And in the answer to that question is the adventure. You don't just write stories, you write paths, treasure maps, GPS coordinates. People are drawn to your work because it feels alive, like movement, like fire. As a writer, your voice may come across as honest, uplifting, bold, warm, restless, curious, free. You might use humor to speak truth. You might use action to cut through noise. You might use narrative to take people on a trip. Even your non-fiction moves. Even your quietest writing feels like a journey. Your literary signature is optimism and expansion. But every placement comes with challenges. The sun in Sagittarius in the first house can sometimes be impatient. You might have 1,000 ideas but struggle to finish one. You might chase excitement and overlook the editing process. You might be so focused on where you're going that you forget to fully land where you are. There's also a tendency to overshare, or to feel like every idea deserves the spotlight. But here's the secret. When you pause and ground your ideas, when you take a minute to balance your fire with focus, your writing becomes unstoppable. You have the potential to not only inspire people, but to transform them. Because writing isn't a hobby, it's a calling. Your stories aren't just entertainment. They're vehicles of insight. They're expressions of belief. They're bridges between cultures, ideas, and lives. You're not just telling the truth. You're seeking it. You're not just performing. You're discovering. Your readers come to you because they want something bigger. Even if they're not sure what they're looking for, they want to be lifted by your words. Even if you don't have all the answers, they want a new perspective that changes how they see the world. To go on a journey, even if they never leave home, your writing gives them that. It offers meaning. It offers movement. It offers freedom. They don't just read your work. They travel through it. You may be drawn to travel memoirs, philosophical fiction, cultural essays, spiritual nonfiction, coming-of-age stories with big questions, fiction set across borders or belief systems, inner odysseys, or even humor pieces that carry a deeper truth. You're not afraid to say what you think or to ask hard questions. Your writing invites your reader to join you in a love of freedom, a curiosity about the world, a witty, humor-filled ride, to be a fellow seeker of inner and outer worlds. So as a Sagittarius rising, with your sun in Sagittarius in the first house, you write of light, motion, and meaning. You don't settle, you seek. You carry the flame of the philosopher and the voice of the guide. So write what you believe. Write what you discover. Let your words become the road. Because you are not just a writer. You are a pathfinder, a voyager, a trailblazer, venturing into worlds unknown in order to find out. To find out what, you may ask? And the answer is simple. You venture to find out what there is to find out, and then to go on and find out more. Happy travels! And that ends our astrological analysis. Please like and subscribe. And why not check out your moon placement next? Happy writing.